The end is to understand what is the business goal and what is the business going through right now, and to all get that collaboration, that genuinely shared understanding that, okay, yes, we're going to decide that our business model is going to follow these particular steps, because when we did some customer feedback sessions, the customers said that they want to go through the process before giving payment mode, or maybe our customer said they want to know straight away what the payment mode is before they even decide to place an order, because they might be wasting time, right? So this is what we're trying to do with the process model. One thing that I wanted to bring up was the way that we try one way to try and remember when you're looking at a process model, when you're starting it off, one thing to try and remember what's involved in a process model. I said in the beginning that we're going to look at how to create an efficient acronym that we like to use called EROG, and I'll show you what that is. So it starts off with E. Okay, so. What do you think E stands for? Sorry? Inquire? Okay. E is for the event. So if you remember, I was saying that a business process is a number of steps to achieve a particular goal. There has to be a starting point to that step. And so the E is the event that triggers it off. Would we be correct in saying that the looking up a number is the event that triggers off the process? Or do you suppose there might be something a little bit sooner than that? Brilliant. Okay. Hunger. So being hungry is what is the event that triggers you to actually go and look up a number. So a hungry customer, right? Okay. I stands for information. What are the different types of information that we have here for our process?
Phone number.
Okay. Phone number. Okay.
Menu type.
Process that helps us to start triggering the steps of the process. So we've got the event, we've got the information, which are things like your phone number, menu. Okay. The next thing we have are resources. What are the resources? Resources are the items that are consumed by the process.
Phone credit.
Phone credit, okay.
Address.
Address is
With
information.
address, yeah.
Waiter.
The waiter.
Oh my God, you don't want waiters getting consumed at the end of this process.
The waiter, we like to keep people as the roles that are involved in the process.
Looking at this in terms of effort.
Okay, so let's think of resources in terms of
Time.
consumables. What gets
Time.
consumed
Transportation.
in the process?
Time.
Time. Okay, time could be a resource. Could be a resource.
Go ahead, tell us. Money.
Money.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have the money out there right now, but I guess money is a resource.
Transport.
Explain to me how.
As in like dispatching, they have to pay
Okay,
for
okay.
transport.
Right, so the car. So like you can see, there's going to be a number of consumables within your process, okay?
There's also ingredients that go into making
Yes.
pizza. That's a resource that goes in. The packing material that goes into actually boxing the pizza.
So there's a number of resources that we identify. And then what's our output? Okay, the food, yeah. So whatever food it is that was that you had ordered. So, and remember when you were ordering the food, you were asking for the different types of deals. So your output might be the food and drinks if it's a deal, or if you were ordering a particular fried rice and you wanted the chicken with it, the output would be chicken fried rice. So it's the output of the process. And your last but not least is your goal. What is the goal that's achieved at the end?
Satisfaction.
Satisfied.
Satisfied.
I hope you're not hungry.
We'll wait out the lunch, Lawrence.
Yeah. So as you can see, we use, I know it's a funny acronym, but if you just think of it like a fuzzy little alien called EROG, that's how I remember him. And you break it down, it's a very simple way to just remind yourself, like when you're talking about a process, what is the event that is triggered? What's the information for that? If we take another very simple example, think of the washing machine. Event that is there, think of you don't have any more clean clothes. You need to wash your clothes, right? And then what's the information that's required? The cycle time or the type of clothing that you have. Is it cotton? Is it delicate? Do you need extra, strength? Like, was it like your shopping uniform, something that's going in there you wanted to wash extra hard? What are the resources in that? Things like water, electricity, your washing powder. Those are going to be the resources, the things that are consumed in the process. What's the output of that? Clean clothes. You have clean clothes at the end of that. And the goal is you have clean clothes to wear, right? If you go to work or you can go out or whatever, because think that none of us are going to go out without clothes, like get arrested or something. We don't want that, right? So that's just a very, very short little acronym that helps you to understand how to go about your process model. In mind, and without much further ado, we're going to go into another exercise. Sorry, yes, of course.
Is service delivery or quality of service in Agile?
So it would be if your goal was so depending on what your goal is. If the goal of the business to deliver really high quality service, then you would want to have that identified in your process at some point, right? You'd want to know that maybe there'd be some constraints on those steps that you would identify. But again, it would be it's very individual. And remember that this is just the means to get that collaboration, to get that visibility, to have a genuinely shared understanding across the organization. Even if it's a project team of 2 people, you're starting something out, you need to ensure that you have that understanding and you're all on the same page before we start identifying the value in it. Where do we want to start? What's our first step? Because what you learn later on during the week is we'll show you how, yes, there might be a very lengthy process that you've derived and you've put out on the table, but you might not have the resources, like the time, the money, the budget to actually do all of that. So what is the simplest path and how can you get your product out there? So we'll look at that. So that's why it's very important for us to get on this same page.
Before we go on to the next exercise, I want to draw your attention to something that might be odd about this process that we drew up. Can you see something that's odd about this process?
Closure.
Sorry?
Closure termination.
Closure? Maybe, but that's not what I'm aiming for. So yes, you could say make payment and then the customer eats the fried rice and then that's closure. That could be right.
Booking a flight.
Booking a flight
In this particular process?
in this process. So the thing that I'm trying to draw your attention to, really, without beating about the bush too much, is that if you notice, everything goes very smoothly in this process, right? I call up the number, I ask for the deal, I get it. So it's a very happy path. Okay. So this is basically the first run of the business process modeling that you do. And then as you start to discover the pain points, then you can start going in different directions to say, okay,